Hola amigos and possible amigas, my name is Taffrey16. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments. This is a supersized episode of Reading Your Comments and a special Friday episode of Reading Your Comments. Unless you're watching this a day early on Patreon. Shout out to all the Patrons who have the option to watch these as well as the Reading Your Comments, as well as the reaction videos up to a day early. You can be a Patreon with me for as low as $1 or £1. You get access to both these and the reaction videos up to a day early, sometimes more, and you get your name in the description as well. But regardless of what day you were watching this on, let's go ahead and read some comments. I've never eaten Chuck E. Cheese, but I can tell it's great just from the name. Like, it's fun to play at as a kid. It's one of those play place, arcade slash eateries, but maybe just do the arcade part because the play places are dirty and the food is just, God, it's terrible. Kevin and Perry Go Large is a spin-off film from the Kevin the Teenager sketches from the sketch show Harry Enfield and Chums about a typical moody teenager who constantly shouts at his parents. The sketches are hilariously good and so is the film. The film is about him and his best mate Perry going to Ibiza to lose their virginity and to have it large with his parents in tow. It's a lot like the early 2000s version of the In-Betweeners. You don't need to watch the sketches to get the film, but I highly recommend to give the sketch show a go as well as the film. Fair enough. Well, thank you for actually telling me what it was. That's what I had asked. What actually is it? Early 2000s version of the In-Betweeners. Interesting. That might in turn mean it's a little bit more dated, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep it in mind. Just noticed the dislike count is finally gone. What are the good Christians of Postmodern Family going to do around here now? You know, I don't think it's the Postmodern Family disliking my videos. I highly doubt they stalk my channel. That'd be pretty funny, though, if all the dislikes on all my videos were just a Postmodern Family on different accounts. They do have a couple of YouTube accounts, don't they? But no, I don't think they have much to do with it, no. Could you possibly react to Nativity 2 Danger in the Manger around Christmas, please? Possibly. I did Nativity 1 last year, and I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think 2 has Martin Freeman. Who is it that Nativity 2 has? Is it Tenet? Let me see. Nativity 2. Yes, it is. It's David Tennant instead of Martin Freeman. That could be interesting. Well, I'll keep it in mind. It's on the maybe list right now. I have a list of things that maybe I'll do this month. That's on that list. It's on the maybe list. Did you know the man who plays Stevie the Bookie in Still Game plays a taxi driver in the movie Wonder Woman 1984? I did not know that. I actually haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984. I did not hear great things, unfortunately, which is a shame because the first film's really good. It's probably the best film in the DCEU. Any more ghosts? Yeah, probably. Wouldn't fit this month, but maybe starting in January we'll do another. Always fun watching Gordon, Gino, and Fred. Love the combination of food and road tripping. The most recent one was in Greece. Only 2 episodes. Yeah, I think they got cut short because of COVID or something like that, but it's a very fun show. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. You know, it's funny. I saw someone... It's just... news media at its finest. There was an article written saying Gordon, Gino, and Fred canceled, says Gino on Twitter, and they said, oh, Gino on Twitter said, unfortunately, the show is not being filmed anymore. And they linked a tweet in which Gino said something like, sorry, we can't film the show anymore. Gordon's taken 10,000 years to get his hair done, or something like that. And obviously a joke tweet, but they wrote an article saying, oh yeah, it's canceled. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Who knew the French had blurred beaches? Yeah, I mean, YouTube's got to stick up their ass about nudity, so if there's nudity, yeah, you gotta blur it. Yes, please do series 2. I think originally the show was meant to be a one-off X-Men special, but it was so well received they decided to do a full series. That explains why the first Christmas special came before the first series. And for reference, by the way, we're going to do that Christmas special, the Great Christmas Roast, this month. I would love to see you do a reaction to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That is on the request list, and I think decently high up the request list, so probably early 2022 for that one. This is one of Tennant's best Doctor Who episodes, in my opinion, so underrated, though. It was a great episode to show his emotional range, you know, as an actor, because, I mean, up into that, I'm not saying he hadn't done any serious stuff, but it was mostly comedy and showing that he could pull the comedy part off. But that episode was a good showing of how well he can do with the serious side as well. It's sad you're skipping Doctor Who in December because the next 2 episodes are fantastic and almost masterpieces. I hear they're very closely connected. They're basically a 2-parter, so we'll probably do 2 episodes in January. After all the work they put in their robots, I wouldn't know whether to laugh or cry seeing free house robots ripping it to shreds for no reason. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but I mean, it's all in the spirit of fun and the competition. But man, if I was there, just seeing them fuck up my robot for no reason. And I bet you they don't express it, but I bet you there's a part deep down where they're like, man, I worked for like a month on that. In the previous series of Robot Wars, Panic Attack's sumo win over Shunt would not have counted as Panic Attack also went out. Previously, the contestant had to push the house robot out and stay in themselves. I can understand that, but at the same time, if you push him out, you push him out, so I don't mind the rule change. Usually the Trotter schemes go wrong and they end up out of pocket, so it's nice to have an episode of Only Fools end with them presumably getting their money back. Although I wonder what happened to all the money stolen from the other victims. Maybe they did like some Robin Hood type shit and just like threw the money out of the car onto the streets. Funnily enough, I learned a random Nicholas Lyndhurst fact today. He's of Swedish heritage and is fluent in it. Well, considering his last name, that looks pretty Swedish, that last name does, so that aspect doesn't surprise me. The fact that he's fluent in it, though, is pretty cool. The Mock the Week Christmas specials would be good enough to react to. Since around series 10 or so, the last episode of each series has been a compilation of outtakes, series highlights, and unseen bits, which they save to air at Christmas each year, so they're not especially festive and can be watched anytime. I did one of those last year. I will put that on the maybe list to do this year. Patiently waiting for the next still game. That is going to be on the 31st. It will be the second Hogmanay special, Hootenanny. It's going to be my last reaction video of the year. Are you going to start doing Red Dwarf episodes in release order at some point? Just wondering, because it can get fairly continuity heavy, particularly in the later seasons. Yeah, I've definitely want to. I've been told that it's okay going out of order until I get to at least series 7. So maybe at some point we'll backtrack and do them in order, but for the first 6 series, I'll probably just jump around. Yes, the stimulant in this Red Dwarf episode is the same one as in Gunmen of the Apocalypse. In fact, the episode was filmed back-to-back with Gunmen of the Apocalypse to avoid having to hire the actress who played the stimulant twice. I hope they paid her twice at least. Amazing considering how bloated modern shows are that they squeezed all this content into half an hour episode of Red Dwarf. Yeah, although, on the flip side of that, I had mentioned before, I feel like Red Dwarf could have benefited, especially like that Legion episode we talked about before. I feel like there's certain episodes of Red Dwarf that really could have benefited from hour-long specials. There is not a Christmas episode of Red Dwarf, but there is one where they meet Jesus. Nah. It's great to see the Christmas intro back again. Yeah, it's a really simple thing, but people seem to really like it and they get hyped about it every year, so it makes me happy that people like it so much. I've decided that if Taft really likes something, the word tremendous is used. One of the occasions was when it was used quite a bit. It was Dave Gorman's Googlewhack, and so once again I recommend a bit of Modern Life is Goodish. I definitely have Modern Life and Goodish on the short list for things to do in early 2022, but I mean, and you're probably definitely completely right about me using tremendous a lot, but I mean, it's a good word. Commenting on a video about reading comments, hoping that my comment gets read out. Another video of reading your comments. I've been here a while. I don't usually comment, but I think I commented 3 years ago. Goddamn, you played the long game. Good job. Britain's Got the Pot Factor was so popular that Geraldine McQueen performed for the Royal Variety Performance in 2008. Oh, so the character didn't die at the end of the episode then. She lived on. Well, that's good. 52 million votes was like 95% of the UK population in 2008. Well, I mean, it was the most important vote of your lives. When Kat Deely shouted at the audience to shut the fuck up, that's on a couple of Presenters Meltdowns videos on here. People think it's real. Yeah, I suppose out of context, that could seem real. Maybe. Kinda. I don't know, it just seems so out of left field that you'd probably think it was from a TV show, but I suppose I can understand. I hope the polls for reaction videos will come back. Man, I haven't done a good poll in a while. I think just I used to do polls a lot because I used to just have no idea about the order of things, but recently, especially this year, I've scheduled things out so much more. Like, I have scheduled monthly series and I've planned so many things ahead. Like, I already know most of what I'm doing this month. Like I said, I already know a lot of things I'm going to do next month. So I feel like just because I've got more set schedule that I haven't done the polls recently. You've no doubt planned your Christmas reactions next month, but if you haven't seen it, the film Arthur Christmas is a plot centered around a young girl voiced by Ramona Marquez, who plays Karen in Outnumbered, just as adorable and inquisitive, just animated. I remember seeing trailers for that movie when it was in theaters. I remember they showed trailers here. I never ended up seeing it, though. I got a couple comments about this, so Put that on the maybe list as well. Jake's metamorphosis into a fully fledged teenager is complete. Let the hatred and contempt flow. Yeah, he was bound at that age in that episode. Bound at that age. I mean, at the age of, like, everyone around me is stupid and I'm the smartest man on earth. I would know I'm 15. Oh, that's an ironic age because you think you're smarter than everyone else, but in reality, you're just a fucking idiot. That's British police for you, Taff. It's in one ear and out the other. Sounds like New York. We'll be filming Christmas gift wrapping exploits this year. A great watch. I remember people have talked to me about that video a lot. What's funny is, if you're wondering how that came about, I have to do some. People who watch my stream know the story, but I don't know if I've ever told it on here. So basically, when I stream on Twitch, I need the use of two monitors. I have a monitor here, which is where my webcam is at, and a monitor right here. So when I stream, the game I'm playing is on this main monitor, while over here is my broadcasting software and also my chat. I need the second monitor because I can't fit the chat and all that into this screen, because if I'm playing a game, it's full screen, so I wouldn't be able to put anything else on the screen. So what happened is, about 2 years ago, I bought a new graphics card. And basically, graphics cards have ports where you have to plug the monitor in to. Now, the new graphics card I bought only had one HDMI port. And the second monitor I had was a bit older, so I couldn't hook it up to the graphics card. So I had to buy a converter cable to hook up to the monitor and then hook it into the graphics card so I could use it. So because of that, I did 4 days in a row of just phone streams. It was supposed to be 2 days in a row because I got the converter after 2 days, and then I opened it up. I got the package in the mail for 2 days. I opened it up. There's nothing in there. They sent me an empty package. So I had to order another one and wait another 2 days. So I did 4 days in a row in December of 2019 of phone streams. And one of those, because I had no idea what to do, I decided to gift wrap presents. So that I was giving to my family. So I streamed my terrible gift wrapping exploits, and then I edit it into a video and put it on YouTube. I don't remember what the title of the video is, but that's why I did that. It was very spontaneous. Now, could I do it again? Sure. Will I? I don't know. Great Live on Mars episode. I like the more serious episodes where they look at current issues through the lens of the past, rather than episodes just about Sam being crazy. Commentary on racism and waves of integration is well done. Yeah, I mean, when you talk about serious issues like that, it's a fine line to tread, and you got to make sure that you're pretty educated about it. But they definitely seem like they are, and they do a great job with that. When will the next Bad Education episode be put on YouTube? But probably will it be... I'm going to record it probably in January. Will it be on YouTube? Don't know, brothers, because I'm sure most of you don't know, or do know by now, but in case you're new to the channel, basically the saga with Bad Education was this. There's 6 episodes in the first series. Due to difference in the copyright claims of the episodes, half the episodes were able to go on YouTube, and half of them weren't, because episodes 1, 4, and 6 were good for YouTube because they had copyright claims but no region block. Episodes 2, 3, and 5, for whatever reason, were region block, so they had to go on Dailymotion. What the situation is going to be for Series 2, I have no clue, but God help me. It's episode 11 again. You ever had a situation where you think you're crazy, but you know you're not, because a lot of people are telling you one thing, but you know you're not crazy? But this was funny. So I uploaded Outnumbered 12 as the last video in November, right? And I had multiple people tell me, oh, this isn't episode 12, it's episode 11 again. But it wasn't. It wasn't. I even double, triple, quadruple checked it after people said this, because I'm like, oh shit, did I accidentally upload episode 11? But I didn't. I didn't upload episode 11, it was episode 12. And I have no idea why people think that I got confused when I didn't. So, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Because you're crazy. Because it's the 12th fucking episode, man. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for another episode of Reading Your Comments. So this was a supersized episode because of it was a supersized episode because last week's episode of Read Your Comments was not a normal episode. It was a 3-year anniversary, so I didn't read any new comments last week. So I pulled comments from reaction videos of the last 2 weeks. So the comments in this video were pulled from the following videos: Reading Your Comments 153, American Reacts to Gordon, Gino, and Fred Road Trip numbers 2 and 3, Doctor Who 18, Robot Wars 447, Only Fools and Horses 13, Mock the Week Best of Frankie Boyle 2, Red Dwarf 10, Britain's Got the Pot Factor, Peter K's Car Share, Outnumbered 13, Life on Mars 11, Outnumbered 12, and yeah, that's it. So all those videos are where these comments were pulled from. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Comments, the places to comment are as follows. This video, obviously, the reaction video was released yesterday, which was Bullseye. The reaction video that comes out tomorrow, the one that comes out Monday, and the one that comes out Tuesday. Those are the places to comment if you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments. But that is going to do it for a special Friday episode of Reading Your Comments. This is not a permanent day change. This is a one-off thing. The reason I did it is because I wanted to upload a Christmas video immediately after the monthly plans instead of doing Reading Comments immediately after monthly plans. But next week this video will be back on Thursday, a normal day. That is going to do it for me today, though. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, I stream every single day, my second channel for new views, my Twitter if you want to follow me, my Patreon if you will support me on my daily motion. All those things are in the description down below. Thank you to all my Patrons who are supporting me on my channel. I appreciate you guys. Again, for those of you who don't know, you can be a Patreon on me for as low as $1 or £1, and you get access to direction videos with Reading Your Comments up to daily, and you get your name in the description as well. Also, in the description is linked to the community Reddit, as well as the daily schedule, as well as the Twitch VODs channel. With all that being said, though, my name is Taffers Teen. It's been episode 154 of Reading Your Comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.